Ready?
How do we want to start?
Let's start by whoop whoop. Listen, this is Kristie. I'm Bob. There's a lot of reasons to say whoop whoop. On a personal note, let me say this to you. So, being an older father, being 58 and having 3 young kids, age 7, age 5, and age 2, I think life gives you a different perspective when you're older. And recently, Tyler is in 2nd grade. Logan is in kindergarten, so they actually got to go to the same school together,
Really
which I think is tremendous. And Riley is in her school at age 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really neat to be able to go in the morning to take the kids to school.
Mm-hmm.
Really neat, both Kristie and I together. Really neat to be able to pick them up every day from school. And that stuff, which is so important, I believe, as a parent, did not happen by accident. It happened when I made the decision 33 years ago, long before I met Kristie. That's a regret I have. I wish I would have missed you. I mean, met you, not miss you. Met you earlier. I miss you, honey. Met you earlier in life. Is that it was important that I made the decision that I didn't want my life to be financially mediocre. So the results today are because of decisions I made a long time ago. And I think in life, sometimes people lose a little perspective on that because you work hard today and you want to see the results instantly. Now, sometimes it does. I know it does every 5 minutes in pay. Mm-hmm. Here at QuiAri, as we have the fastest payout in the history of MLM. But I am talking about long-term vision, long-term goals. That's what I mean. So when you are committed to something, when you work hard at something, when you stay with something, when you admit yourself, if you're trying something and it's not working, there's a whole team of people here to be able to help you if you need some guidance and if you need some advice. But I am oh so glad that I said yes to this industry 33 years ago. I am so glad that I said yes to working hard 33 years ago. And this, keep in mind, team, this is when I didn't have kids. I think kids, being a dad and being a husband are 2 of the biggest motivators you'll ever find. And I didn't have either of them back then. It was just me. And back then I had 7 dogs. That's a true story, that all slept in bed with me at the same time. That's a true story.
I love philosophy.
Yeah, I did. I had little room in the bed, but it is true. It is so important. So always remember your why and why you're doing things. Speaking of which, great news.
17 days left to qualify for our 5-star incentive trip to Da Nang, Vietnam, guys. So as you know, on our last broadcast, we extended it a further month. So you have 17 days to get to Da Nang. We are so excited. We have so many fun things planned. It is beautiful. We are honored that Vietnam has welcomed us here, and we cannot wait to celebrate.
And I want to share some things with you. We're people getting there. We're selling airlines out. People at the hotel, it's selling the hotel out. We're dominating the hotel. We're dominating the airlines. So that's a little bit of a clue about what's going on, that people are super fired up. People are super excited. Kristie and I cannot wait to meet everybody. But again, people are coming from all over the world to see the new #1, everything that we have going on. It's crazy. So speaking of everything going on, let's talk about this. Somebody asked me the other day about competition, and here's how I feel about this. And I would highly encourage you to think like this too. And I'll tell you why. The only competition, not just in business, but in life, is yourself. Your competition is your alarm clock. Your competition is your work ethic. Your competition is the TV remote control. Your competition is your consistency. Your competition is your drive. Your competition is how bad do you want it. Your competition is what kind of leader do you want to be. Your competition is how do you see your life later. Your competition is how do you battle against being lazy? How do you battle against being inconsistent? How do you battle against blaming somebody else? If you want to blame anybody, anything, knock yourself out. There is no blame police in the world. Nobody's going to knock on your door when you start blaming other things, other people other than yourself, and say you shouldn't be doing it. Life will let you blame. Life will let you be mediocre. But I promise you this, though. As sure as I'm sitting here in a blue shirt that says whoop whoop on it, MasterCard will let you blame anybody, but the bills are still coming. Visa will let you blame anybody, but the bills are still coming. Gas prices will let you blame anybody, but the bills are still coming. Your mortgage payment, next time they call and they want their payment, you tell them, oh, I blame so-and-so for something. Good luck with that one. When bill collectors are calling you, go let them go blame something else. You are in a battle of your life. You always are. And the primary battle is you. Your competitor is you. Nobody in 33 years has ever needed to motivate me, ever. And the reason why is my bills motivated me. My lack of money motivated me. My skinny wallet motivated me. My dreams motivated me. The family that I never had that I knew one day that I would have, that motivated me. The kids that I never had that I knew that I would have one day, that's what motivated me. Because let me tell you what champions of life do. They take desperation and they turn it into inspiration. I want to say that again. Champions in life take desperation and they move it into inspiration like this. Like this. That's if you're not where you want to be in life, or frankly, even in QuiAri, right? I promise you there's not a soul in the world that can say that they haven't been paid every 5 minutes here. That I promise you. I promise you there are people can't say that you didn't get your product. You get your product. I promise you there's not somebody who says that they didn't get an answer to support. And frankly, I promise you there's nobody that can't get in touch with me either. I have any given day on LinkedIn, my goodness, probably 40 people a day reach out to me now. Facebook, people all the time. And here's a little clue, just for whatever it's worth. I never was on Facebook before. I just turned it on. Woo! A lot of people want to talk to me. My goodness, right? And I love it. I love it. It's great. I love it, right? Because people want to be part of the new number one, and the world is a big place. And even if I'm not doing business with some of them, it's cool. I love exchanging thoughts, ideas. You know, the world needs to get along better, right? Let me just say this about competition too, because I don't view any other company as competition. I really don't. And I'll tell you why. Nobody else pays in 5 minutes, so you're not competing with me there. Nobody else has the new number one anti-aging superfood, and you're not competing with me there. Nobody else runs their own IT teams like we do, so you're not competing with me there. Nobody owns everything that we have. It's still a debt-free company. You're not competing with me there. So really, where is somebody competing again? They're not. So if another entity, company, whatever has success, I'm happy for them, because what's great for a company and they're having success is great for the industry, right? And I'm a big believer in the industry as a whole. But the industry is a big place. It's a big place. There are a lot of people that want to be healthier and strong, and our products can help them, right? Yes. So again, who's the competition? It's yourselves and it's ourselves. Our competition, QuiAri, the way I view it, is how fast and how good we execute. That's what my competition is. That has been my belief since I started the company. It will be my belief forever in MLM, right? So speaking of belief, what we got?
So where do you guys QuiAri? So what does that mean? So QuiAri is the daily health habit that you can take anywhere. So our youth activation system is going to help you feel younger and get healthy. That is critical. Who doesn't want to look and feel younger and healthier at the same time? So as we have encouraged you guys, we have so many amazing pictures that you guys have sent us, stories, inspirations, and we've compiled a singular email. It's called testimonials@QuiAri.com. We love featuring all your stories and everything on social media, our blogs, etc. So we're always doing giveaways and appreciating all the things that you guys do. So send us where you take QuiAri on the go at testimonials@QuiAri.com.
Absolutely. Now listen, not only will we help you feel younger, right, but stronger. We'll help you rest better. I mean, more energy. There's a lot of great things that the product does. So speaking of great things, hey, everybody in India.
Team India.
Yep. Happy Independence Day to you.
Happy
Number
Independence
one.
Day.
So yes, right? So I think it's critically important. Let me give you some other great news that's going on in India. Product is flowing into India faster than ever. As I share with everybody, India Customs changed some regulations like we do anywhere around the world. If they change regulations, we change with them. Yep. Improvise, adapt, overcome. So we are super excited. I've been sending out a lot of pictures, videos, etc. As a matter of fact, congratulations, Raj, your GM, who went to the office today to receive even more product on a national holiday. So there is a ton of product going out, and we have a ton more leaving here, over there. It's tremendous stuff going on, right? Speaking of tremendous stuff, we are opening a new warehouse, our second warehouse in India, up in the northeast part of the country, to make sure that you get your products that you love faster than ever. I was on an IT call yesterday with some folks in IT. We're going back and forth with our local banking partners there, because we'll be the first MLM in the history of India to accept QR codes and pay in 5 minutes, which is right out of your bank account, as well as localized India credit cards when you're paying for your product. So therefore, all integrated with 5-minute pay. So I'm telling you, what is great is becoming greater in a big hurry. Speaking of great, special congratulations, Prashant, Sumi, Raj. I know y'all are hitting the road. You have about 9 events coming up. Kristie, the graphics team, has been doing great support, providing all the graphics. You're getting ready to go, taking the new #1 as we're going. We know India is an absolute huge market. We are excited for it. It is pedal down. If you're not getting some of the video updates that I've been sending it out, please get with GM Raj or Prashant. If he's your upline, he'll help you be able to get them out. So things are rolling. Speaking of rolling, listen, we have just launched. We have a huge contingency of Chinese-speaking people that have joined us in Asia, right? So English is not their primary language. Some of them don't even understand it at all. So what we did to be able to help pedal down is all of our autoresponders. What I mean about the autoresponders is this. Welcome to QuiAri is now in Chinese language. You got paid in 5 minutes is now in Chinese language. You sponsored somebody is now in Chinese language. You have a rank advancement is now in the Chinese language. So no longer will people have to do the translation thing. All the responders are coming to them in the Chinese language. So I think that's super great. People are loving it, loving it, loving it. Speaking of also of which, while we're at it, we had to request some people in Germany. We're same thing. So we did everything. This is a G14 classified thing. None of y'all even knew it was happening. So it's launched before y'all even knew it. So there it is. So super excited. So there you go. And that's something that I think we do much differently than other companies. Other companies, they don't, when they see a need for something, they're very slow to respond, or they don't respond at all. Right. We really, as a company, try to stay ahead of everything to try to give you the best of the best of the best before you even have to ask for it, because it is an important lesson. In business and in life, speed wins. Yes. And here's what I mean by this, okay? Other companies pay you monthly, which means you're waiting 2 months, or weekly, which means you're waiting 2 weeks. We pay in 5 minutes, right? What gets rewarded gets repeated. But it's not just in the compensation plan. It's not. It's in our DNA. It's in our culture of how fast as a company we respond to things. This is important. Number one, it has to start with your mindset. You hear me talking about all the time. Mindset, momentum, money, right? Happens all the time. Number two, speed. So when you have the right people in place, the right people on the corporate bus that are very talented like we have here, guess what? You can move fast. I don't believe in having 14 meetings to stand by, to get ready. It's not needed. We go from concept to planning to doing to implementing, sometimes that fast in the same meeting, right? So it just depends upon what's going on, around the world, but speed wins. I'll give an example. The other day, I got a request from somebody that said, "Hey, Bob, listen, we have somebody in a certain country that wants to do something and they're asking for the QuiAri logo." So I said, "Okay, well, there's guidelines for it. So tell me what you want the logo for, because there's a chance. If it's marketing materials, we probably already have it. If it's a special invitation to a meeting, instead of somebody doing the Rudy Poo graphics, if you send me what you need, we'll make sure we do great looking graphics for you, just like we're doing in Team India right now." So, but guess what? I didn't hear back the first day, the second day, the third day, or the fourth day. You know, I call that death. That means you are slow. That means your mindset is slow. So if you really want to explode your business, if you really want to get to the top, your mindset and your actions have to align, right? You can't pay in 5 and then take 5 days to come back about a logo. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Right? Even today, it's India Independence Day. Product flowing in, product flowing out, big shipments going out tomorrow. Again, Independence Day, yes, but guess what? Speed wins, right? So speaking of speed, I mean, there is so much going on. New markets. We'll be making an announcement on Australia here pretty soon. Just kind of give you a little bit of a clue. We'll be making some special announcements on Taiwan pretty soon, just to give you a clue. We'll be making some sort of announcements on Philippines pretty soon. Just called a clue. Should I keep going? We'll make some announcements on Guatemala here soon. Just giving you a heads up. I can keep going and going and going and going and going. So
yeah, we don't stop. Just when our to-do list gets somewhat slimmed down, we add more and more and more.
Listen,
we don't stop.
Let me give you another clue too. I don't keep lists in my MLM life. I never keep lists. I keep the list right up here. The list is getting so big. Right. Look, I started, I'll show it to you. Started to write it. And that one started to write it. Right. So that means I'm getting older, or which I am, but the mind's still working. Is it? Yes, thank you. Or it's so much going on. It's all in great spots. It's all
in every market. We're blowing up, just innovating. How can we do it better, faster, stronger every single day? That is our goal.
Because I'll leave you with this thought. In the MLM industry, there is one way and one way only to get both money freedom and time freedom. One way. It is to choose a company that you fall in love with and stick with the company. Just what it is. Fact by fact, I believe, my humble opinion, there is not a company which can compete with us on timing, on products, on global infrastructure, on compensation plan, on marketing materials, on professionally looking, on translations. I could keep going and going and going. Somebody it's kind of a joke. They said, well, did you hear about this? Let me get this right. So a few people that ran companies before that are no longer in business, mind you, they collapsed because they're getting together. What does that mean? So if each individual ran a company that collapsed because the three of them are getting together, or two of them, or however many they are, I don't even know, I don't even care. You know what that means? It means it's going to collapse even faster. So we have to be smart, everybody as an industry and as individuals, on what we're doing. There are some people that were involved in another company before, and I told them not to do it. It's a straight up Ponzi scheme. From my law enforcement experience, I knew it was a straight up Ponzi scheme. Oh, but Bob, certain leaders are going there. I said, don't do it. Well, guess what just happened? They not only did the company get shut down, the people are getting sued by the federal government, and a couple of them already been arrested. And the next thing is they're going after the top promoters. So we, as an industry and as people, we have to be smart with what we're doing, right? The company that you represent matters. The way in which you represent the company matters. Carrying the truth matters, right? We're not perfect, but we are perfectly straight with you.
And we're honest, we have integrity, and we know that you guys value that as well. So
yep,
there will always be one thing that pops up next, but stay focused.
There are a dime a dozen. Absolutely. New companies come out a dime a dozen. They call me all the time asking me to want to buy them or want to invest in them. I can give you a list this long. I can, which I don't, ever invest in any other MLM at all. We have our hands full here with what we're doing. One family, one dream. And I'll leave you this thought. Speed always wins. Mindset, momentum, money. Remind us in our next broadcast will be August 29th, 2 weeks from today. We'll get back together. We'll let you know what all else is going on, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And I can't tell you what it is yet, but
so much.
QuiAri is investing millions of dollars in something. This is a absolute huge project. We have a Zoom about it here in just a little bit. Some of the best and the brightest minds that are coming together. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
because I keep talking. I'll spill the beans. I don't want to do that.
All right, guys. So 17 days. Get your teams on there. We want to see everybody in Vietnam. So if they haven't qualified yet, pick up the phone, call them, encourage them, get them on there, and we cannot wait to see you there again, guys. So Thursday, August 29th is our next Zoom. We have so much work to get done. We're so excited, and we cannot wait to see you then.
So take care, everybody. We love you, and then we'll talk to you here very soon. If you need anything between now and then, please let us know. We're always here to give you a hand. Okay? Thank you.
Talk to you guys soon. Love you all.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.